everybody. Welcome to Build Brunch, the daily morning show where we talk about the latest topics in pop culture. I'm Brittany Jones-Cooper.
I'm Serena Kerrigan.
I'm Allie Colbert.
And I'm Lucas Tim. Hi,
guys.
everyone.
Woo!
Today we're going to talk about a new viral video that's taking over our news feeds, how not to buy actor Tyler Perry's love, and why some say the early bird gets the worm. Plus, smothered stars Cher and Dawn join the table. But first, happy National Donut Day! A glorious day that I cannot wait to dive into one of these donuts. I'm trying to think which one I like. What is that?
I don't know what that is. Take that.
I'm going to take that.
I'm gonna just go real extra
Okay.
with this one right
Okay.
here. This
There
is
we go.
fantastic.
As we enjoy these wonderful donuts, I have some bad news for our first course. Bradley Cooper and his girlfriend broke up.
Oh.
This was messier than I thought.
That was, yeah. I could tell when I saw that frosting on your hand. I was like, he did not plan for that.
Depends who you are. Maybe it's good news for Lady Gaga.
So you bring up a
Yes.
very good point, right? Now
I
what
know.
happens? They
I
both are
can't
not with
believe
their
it.
significant
Like,
others.
I really was shocked when I first heard it this morning. I mean, just because, like, I knew the fact that it's real, like, I feel like I saw the tension between them. Lady Gaga broke up with her manager. I was like, this can't be.
Agent.
This can't happen. This can't happen. Now him and her, I'm like, okay, are they really fucking?
I mean,
It's
yes.
possible.
Oh,
Why so ring,
who's
girl?
icing? I don't know.
I'm sorry, I never thought that the relationship was like in
Real?
a good place. Real, yes. In a good place, no. Like, remember they were at a tennis match and they
Yes.
seemed like they were fighting. They don't really talk about their relationship, which, like, I don't respect that.
You know what gets
Right.
me?
You don't respect privacy.
At all.
You know what gets me though is that he takes his mom to every award show, and I feel like for Arena, his girlfriend, she was like sick of that. She was like, I want to go to the Oscars with just you. Leave your mom at home. That's my own theory. That's
Yeah.
my fan
No,
theory.
I think that's annoying too. I remember those photos of them, and his mom was like the little one next to
Yeah.
him, and I was just like, okay, grow up.
Right. She's like, can I have my moment? You brought your mom to like every award show for the past decade.
Yeah.
And then when he did give an acceptance speech, he said, thank you so much for putting up with me as I was making the music in our basement. Like, I feel like that's not like,
To the wife, he said?
yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
not
the
like-
girlfriend.
Right. Was it a girlfriend?
Yeah,
But I
the
feel like
woman.
that's not like, you know, a loving thing to say in an acceptance speech. You know what I'm saying?
Looking back, there were
Thanks for
definitely
putting
red
up with
flags,
me.
Serena.
Right.
The
There were red
plot
flags.
thickens. The plot thickens.
I'm excited for Gaga and Bradley. Stars Born Part 2.
Part 2, yeah. The sequel
No,
we're
that
gonna
would be
living.
so painful for her if they really did get together, though. Part of me wants them to not get together just
Right.
because, like, I don't. It's such a disrespect.
I don't think so. Gaga once said, I have a friend for life. I think they're friends.
Yeah, I think they're friends. Too.
I think
I don't know,
they're
that
friends.
tension though.
I don't think they're.
And Gaga's busy. Vegas,
True.
the new album coming out. She isn't time for Bradley Cooper.
Yeah.
We're waiting for the new album, Lady Gaga.
But in case they are together, do we have a couple name? Because I was trying to think of it, and it's quite hard.
Caca.
Works for me.
Lady Cooper. Well, guys, moving on. Actresses Ellen Pompeo and Taraji P. Henson got candid about the gender pay gap in Hollywood. Take a look.
Can I ask,
Yes.
were you and Patrick getting paid the same in the beginning?
Not when we started. In the beginning, absolutely not. No.
Oh, so when did you ever become favorite nations?
We became favored nations, I would say season 3.
Season 3.
Yeah, he
That
was being
sounds
paid
about
almost double what I was being paid for in the beginning. But the interesting thing about that is that, you know, he had had a television quote.
Yeah,
I had never done TV.
I know.
So
I know that story.
Yes, I didn't
Get
have.
me, Jib.
I didn't have a TV quote.
Yeah,
So
I
that's what
heard
they
that.
said. Well,
Is there
he's
wine
done.
in this cup?
He's done 13 pilots. Well, none of them have gone.
I'm sorry.
But I don't understand why, but okay.
Exactly.
You know, but I didn't even realize that until we were renegotiating season 3, and this is when I found out that information. No one was offering that up.
Right.
Here to chat about this is the host of In Case You Missed It by HuffPost, Heather Gardner.
Happy Friday. You guys always bring out the good stuff.
We
for
always have
me.
treats for
Yes,
you.
Thank you.
So I love this video, one, because I love both of these actresses. I watch both of their shows, and you don't understand what they're going through behind the scenes.
Absolutely.
So what do you think it means for them to disclose, even for these highly successful women, that they still struggle with this gender pay gap?
Well, I love that they're just talking about it because we don't talk about it. I mean, it's an awkward thing to talk about money, especially for women. And to bring it up to your boss is a whole other thing, to bring it up to your spouse, to bring it up to your friends.
Yeah.
We don't talk about money. So the fact that they are just willing to just share it all, when Ellen Pompeo announced that she's making $20 million, I was like,
Yes.
yes!
I know.
Because we should be able and we should feel comfortable to talk about not only our salaries, but like the issues behind all of that.
Right, but she did admit that in the beginning, Patrick Dempsey was making twice what she was making, and it took until season 3 for that to be corrected. Why do you think it took so long?
I mean, well, society and the way that it is, you know.
Culture.
I mean, she said that Patrick Dempsey was a name, and she even brought it up that he had all these credits, even though none of them even were in television, and she was relatively new
Yeah.
in
Right, she
television.
didn't have a TV rating.
Right, she didn't know, and I think that's a lot of it comes down to like what you don't know within your industry and what you think you can say, and we get this complex too with women, and Jennifer Lawrence has talked about this, how you don't want to seem difficult, you don't want to seem like you're complaining, yes, greedy, and you just are grateful to be in this position. Ellen said that towards the end, that she just felt so grateful and didn't want to appear any other way, and it's just like, you can feel grateful and also get what you're worth.
Well, that's what Taraji sort of mentioned. She gave, Terrence Howard his credit, but also said, when I realized what my character was doing, her impact on the culture,
Totally.
then I asked for what I was worth.
Absolutely.
And I think a key quote Ellen says is, closed mouths don't get fed. And we're seeing that now with women and in politics and media and entertainment, that they're speaking up for a variety of reasons.
Absolutely.
But the ability to speak up and ask for more money, because they've been taught, don't talk about money, don't ask for more.
Yep.
So Ellen just saying to go to your showrunner and be like, I want to make more,
Right.
is a big thing.
And the fact that they waited, both of these women had to wait for a specific time. It was season 3 for Ellen. It was Taraji didn't know. Yes, she didn't know if it was 2 or 3 for her. But the fact that they had to go to their bosses and say, look, these are the reasons why. It's so difficult for us women to do that, and that burden falls on us to like prove it, and that's kind of what Kamala Harris is kind of combating now. Because we're not just talking about this in Hollywood. It's great that we have these beautiful women, these powerful, successful women talking about it, but we're also talking about it where it counts too. In Washington, we have Kamala trying to shift the burden off of us women and onto the companies to prove that they're actually paying women and men the same.
Right, and Kamala's gender pay gap plan would require companies with more than 100 employees to disclose how much they're paying them to the Equal Opportunity Commission.
Can we clap for that? That would be amazing.
Right, so tell us about the significance of that, the importance of that.
Well, the first thing that's significant is, again, like the shifting of the burden, because as Kamala has said over and over again, like when you realize that something's wrong, you get an inkling that something's wrong, because we don't talk about it, so it's just a feeling you have that you're not being paid equally to the man sitting next to you, or in the industry not getting paid what you're worth, and you have to be the one to go to your boss and bring it up, and that puts a lot of pressure on you. Pressure's off.
Right.
Now the companies have to go in and say, nope, actually we are doing what's correct. And I think also just transparency, because like I said, we don't talk about it as a society, and it's really difficult when you're navigating jobs, of course, is to realize, am I getting enough? Is to think, am I getting enough? How do I bring this up to my boss? I have had so many anxieties and so much stress dealing with money. And if it was just published out there, that would be so much more beneficial to everyone, not just remove gender altogether. It's for everyone to realize what you're worth within your own job.
Well, we've seen some tech companies, one employee will start a Google Doc and everybody goes in, and I think that was a couple years ago, and now we're seeing companies take the lead, but it started with employees saying, we need this, we want this.
Absolutely. And another thing too is like, it's great that some of these companies are taking initiative, but bottom line is they don't want to do that, because the second they do, it's like everybody's going to come knocking on the door being like, let me get my pay, let me get my due. But Kamala is penalizing companies who won't do that. And that's really, really significant in her plan too, is to penalize companies if there is a gender pay gap, if there is that discrepancy within the same job, the same background, the same education, if there is a discrepancy, she's going to penalize them 1% of their daily profits per 1% of discrepancy.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing not to love about this, really.
That's an attorney general looking at this. But
That's right.
What also so great about Kamala, because she's doing this with guns as well, she's not afraid to use executive action. So if Congress doesn't pass this, she's going to look at companies trying to work with the federal government and say, you're not going to be able to if you don't comply with these rules. So I think it's impressive.
Very presidential.
Very presidential.
I'm not saying the president does that all the time. He just signs the documents. Sure, let's sign some documents. Let's get this done, right?
Let's do it.
I'm here for it. I really am. I'm just glad that the conversation is shifting and that it's okay. We see these successful women talking about it. It makes me feel like it's okay to come on a couch with you guys over donuts and just chat about this kind of stuff. That's what I love the most.
Well, I feel like at first it doesn't seem like a lot, the pay gap, like it's a couple thousand, but then as you get older, when you're like 60, it could be up to $1 million.
And we've talked about this too, how for women, the gender pay gap just widens and widens because of the burden of children, that society has put mostly on women here in this, in America. So it's something that we need to go on full force. I'm glad that Kamala Harris is taking that step, really.
Yes.
Amen.
Ladies, speak up, speak up,
up.
speak up. Heather, thank you for joining us today.
Thanks so much.
And you can catch In Case You Missed It by HuffPost on HuffPost.com and Yahoo's Roku channel.
A viral sorority video from 2016 is resurfacing on Twitter and gaining attention for being creepy. Take a look.
Hi, I'm Maddie, Recruitment Vice President.
I'm Haley, Chapter President. I'm Jean Marie, Formal Recruitment Chair. We've been waiting for you all summer, and we're so glad you're finally here. Boom, boom, I wanna go 85. Boom, boom, and baby, that ain't no lie. Boom, boom, I wanna go 85, don't you? Boom, boom, I wanna wear white and blue. Boom, boom, and wear that diamond too. Boom, boom, I wanna go 85, don't you? Boom, boom, I wanna go 85. Boom, boom, that's Alpha Delta Pi. Boom, boom, I wanna go 85, don't you?
Hi. Welcome to the Brunch, guys.
That is so creepy.
So creepy.
It's so creepy, and I
Haunting my
love the remix of it where it's like the Renaissance painting on fire.
Oh, it's definitely like walking
really
to the gates of
disturbing.
hell.
yeah, the door opens and it's just hell.
Yeah.
The unison of their voice, the pitch, the clapping,
Of their skin tone.
It's
like
really
they're looking
scary.
into your soul and just like tearing your heart out. That's what I feel like when I watch that video.
But that is what was expected when you were in a sorority. As a sorority girl myself, which now it's embarrassing to admit that. Like I remember we would be screamed at during recruitment if we weren't loud and peppy enough, and like I feel like we just scared everyone away.
So because you guys have all been in sororities,
we were
I
both-
did not do Greek
Yeah, you were
life.
in a house too? Yeah.
So how cult-like is it?
Oh.
It's pretty bad.
It's
Yeah.
pretty bad, right?
But that's
you
why
just
you
get competitive.
joined. Well,
During recruitment, you get really
Yeah.
competitive,
for
right?
sure. Rush, I mean, the week of Rush is very competitive. These houses are trying to woo you and show you how much they love each other and how much fun it is.
We're like, we really
so
love
they do
each
things
other.
like this to be like, look how in unison and how much we love each other, but it's creepy.
It is
Very
Although I want to
creepy.
point out, this is more of a Southern sorority thing.
And I went to the South,
You went to school
so
in
I
South.
can relate. I mean, we didn't, we didn't
This
do.
would really
My
not
school didn't.
make me not want to be in this sorority.
Right.
I would really not want to be friends with anyone who does that.
Yeah.
You know, but it's amazing how that's really appealing to a lot of people. They're like, that's so cool, I want to be with them. Like, this would send me in the other direction. Come at me, Twitter.
The genuine part I get is wanting to belong. We all
For
want
sure.
to belong.
We all want to
So
belong,
I
which is why I joined a sorority at NYU. Only 2% of the student population at NYU is in a sorority, so I joined one there. But NYU sororities are obviously not like this. Our frat basements are the Lower East Side.
Yeah, right.
That's like a sexy.
That's
You
so
know.
sexy.
No, they were
know,
lame. I did not join the Greek life.
Our frat basements were actual
Sororities weren't that-
dilapidated houses.
The sororities at
that were
NYU
dangerous
were
to be.
not lame, and
I
I'm
was-
not
I was
going to
just-
have you call out women
I
for
was
making
gonna-
friends at
I
NYU. That's
wasn't-
disgusting.
Okay,
What
I was
is
gonna
happening
say,
over
I was
there?
gonna say I was gonna say fraternity.
He said
more
the
than
sororities at
sororities.
NYU were really lame.
Greek life is not really a thing. You
It's
Right.
not really a thing, but I found it hard to socialize in a school where you have no campus.
It's true.
Right, and I went to the University of Nebraska, which is a huge state school, a huge football culture. Sororities were life, which is why I joined. And I joined a sorority, Alpha Chi Omega, that was predominantly white. And so when I look at this, it's like flashbacks sometimes. And I was looking for like one woman of color, and I think I saw one, and she looked
And you just
scared.
get, girl, I see you.
I could see the fear in her
you.
eyes. She's like, I don't want to be doing this. I'm just trying to make friends. It's really hard. I understand. I get it.
The Brittany Jones Cooper story is something I cannot wait to see. I'm
Yeah.
telling you this for just you as the only black girl throughout your childhood to college.
With her best lesbian white friend.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, our dynamic in
It's
school
so
was
good.
amazing.
Yeah.
But what I love about this is that Jordan Peele got wind of this, and he was sort of joking like, "Oh, this could be my next movie." And I do think it would be a genius movie, like having a black girl join this house and all
there
the
you go.
microaggressions
Yeah.
she has
There you
to
go.
deal with.
I mean, it's really hard to be of any minority group in a sorority. I have to say, like, being a lesbian in a sorority, like, that sucks. Everyone's like, you're my sister, and it's like, we could hook up. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Like if you're down, I'm down.
really tough. Like, that's awkward to
Right.
sort of breach that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to admit something. I made the sorority video for my.
Wait, say what again?
No.
I made the video for my sorority recruitment because I was recruitment chair, and then it was posted on Gawker as the worst sorority video of all time.
Oh no!
Y'all can Google me and
But
see it.
you just showed us that, and we saw a clip of it before. It's not creepy.
Yeah.
It's like very like kind of like endearingly college.
I think it's quirky.
Is it like a whole bunch of girls like holding hands, like?
yeah, and just like
that's
cutting
exactly
to
what
some
it is.
people in the dining hall. It's
Excuse me, you rewrote a song. There's actually some. I
That's the culture,
appreciate it.
though.
It was a Lord cover.
It's a Lord
Also,
cover. It's
I-
quirky.
like-
I love how you're like, I don't want to admit I'm a sorority girl, but YouTube me, you can find the video, I'm a part of it, it's on Gawker, this is my name, this is where I went to
Serena
school.
fucking Kerrigan.
What's
know.
hard is that it's all part of the culture. Like it's so acceptable at the time.
At the time.
At the time.
At
Within
the
the
time,
context.
context everyone, context.
Very
Context
important.
is very important.
Well, Tyler Perry is sending out a very direct message to actors who want to work with him. The mogul recently posted an image of a billboard of that called for his attention, not to applaud the actors on their creative outreach, but rather advise aspiring actors to save their money and simply audition. Tyler Perry, there's no shade here whatsoever. It is just direct.
He's just, and that's how he is.
And he's calling this woman out who he did credit, saying, I know who you are. I watched the night of. You're great
He
the night of.
definitely Googled her. And
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like, who is this person? I want to
I
credit one
googled
credit.
her too, and I don't remember her from Night Up.
Yeah,
She's like,
definitely.
she was like not even the speaking role probably.
Yeah.
But Tyler Perry remembered her.
Yeah.
When I
Grocery
first
shopper number 3.
read this story, I was like, wow, how desperate could you be? And then I was like, wait, no, she got exactly what she wanted. She got Tyler Perry to Instagram her. Everyone knows her. Tina Knowles commented on the Instagram.
Right.
Like, Beyonce knows who she is now. Like,
I was thinking about it, and I was like, if I did it, what is worse? Is it worse to get no attention, or is it worse to have this happen to you? And probably to get no attention.
Right.
Like, I would agree
Yeah.
that this is good, but
100%. No
do you
press is
think
bad
if
press.
she walks into a room now with him, he's gonna be like turned off?
I don't think that she's gonna get a role in his movie
No.
unless he like has some enlightenment point. But I think that she now will be noticed by other people.
Right.
Yeah, I don't
Right?
think it's a bad idea at all. Like, I think it's kind of innovative. The fact that other people are doing it is tacky. It was her original idea. But like, if you can't get in through the front door, try the back door.
Yeah, I think this is genius.
And there's another thing
Which
that he
is
said.
what my ex said.
He was like, nice. He said like auditions are free, and I think that that's nice. But obviously, like if you're in a certain position of privilege or if you have connections, like it's really tough to make it as an actor.
Yeah.
So I think like I applaud her. She's like doing it.
Yeah,
She can't be.
agree. On that note, rub me the wrong way, because you just can't waltz into a Tyler Perry audition like, hey, Tyler
Yeah.
Perry, my name's Lucas. I'm
Right.
going to be the white guy in your film.
Right.
You can't just do that. You need an agent or a manager
But
or
I
some
think-
connection.
But I think
or
he
like,
has open auditions.
I think he,
Yes,
has,
I know he
does
said
have a
that.
lot of
Yeah,
open casting
and he does.
calls.
I mean, a lot of the people
For
in
his
his movies,
plays
a lot of
and
the
stuff.
actors in his movies and TV, they're unknown actors.
I
True.
think he is one of the few directors that does like post like general breakdowns
Yeah.
True.
for
That's
He
things.
did say that too in the post.
Yeah,
So-
I think he was more
So
looking.
you can keep trying, Lucas.
I
Don't
keep
buy that
trying.
billboard.
I can keep. Damn it, I did it already. But yeah.
I think
I
he
don't
was
know
more
what
looking
he's
out for her
looking for.
though. You know what I mean? He was like, save your money. Like actors, you don't have a lot of money, and a billboard in LA can cost anywhere from like $2,000 to $15,000 a month.
Right.
A month. I looked it up. So I think he's more like, look, girl, this isn't like, don't go bankrupt trying to get my attention.
But it's a city
Yeah.
of billboards. So when
But
you're
it-
driving down
guys-
Sunset and you see a billboard, wow.
But it worked.
It did.
It worked.
Like
I'm
she
with
got
you.
his attention, whether he cast her or not, whatever. But like we're talking about her right
We're
now.
talking
Her
about
social media
She
probably
wanted
blew
What's
up.
her name?
Why do I forget her name?
Can we put up that picture again?
Yeah, because she adds her social media too, so I'm sure that's gotten more followers.
Raquel Bailey.
Yeah. I'll
Say
never
your
forget
name.
now.
Don't
Raquel
forget
Bailey.
it.
Come on this show, Raquel.
Never forget.
Raquel, come to Build Brunch. We want to talk to you. Seriously, come to New York.
I think
Hang out.
some people were like, saying that Perry could have DM'd her, like that would have been
Yeah.
nice. But the fact that he put her on blast,
No,
is amazing.
I wouldn't want a DM. I would just then screenshot and post the DM.
Right.
Right, exactly.
I want the post. Tyler Perry has how many million followers?
Right.
You
So
want
So
the
do you
post.
think actually he was giving her a favor by doing this, or he really wasn't thinking he's like, I'm gonna post to do public so everyone sees?
I think
Or
it
was-
served two purposes.
It served
I think
two
he was like,
purposes.
I don't want to deal with this shit, but also like, let me like give her a little love. I see you. You're doing a good job. Just don't do this anymore.
Right.
Fair enough. I mean, I'm all about self-promotion.
I mean, I can't. Serena's
Wait,
billboard
know,
could be
we
great
know.
in Times Square.
it
Just like-
is just my like nipples.
What is
Sorry.
the most outrageous
Just
thing you
your
guys
nipples?
have done to get attention?
I
My
mean,
Instagram. My entire.
and we just heard your story downstairs.
Yeah, no. I mean, I changed my middle name to fucking. I think that pretty.
Yeah.
common.
Legally, did you do that?
Maybe.
Your middle name?
Her middle name.
fucking.
Did you believe me?
Yeah, I
you have-
I do believe you. You're a good liar.
Only child.
Oh,
Till I die.
Yeah.
It's a mistake.
Only.
I don't know. You go on 23andMe, you might discover some siblings. It
Okay,
happens.
I'm down. Should we move on? Next? I'm down to talk about me forever. But a new New York Times article questions the relationship between sleep and productivity. While many successful entertainers and entrepreneurs are known for being early risers, studies find that there's no data suggesting less sleep leads to success. How do we feel about this? Because I'm an early riser. So
Ooh.
I thought I was like gonna be more successful.
No.
What do you mean early riser? Tell me time.
Like I wake up at 7 a.m. to work out.
Yeah.
Almost every morning.
I do that too. I think it's more of a consistent, like, I've heard you need eight hours of sleep. Anything less than that, sorry, the donut.
Are you crying? It's getting emotional.
So carried away.
I think that sleep, it really depends on your own schedule. You know, like
Yeah.
a lot of times I have shows at night, so I'll get home at like 2 a.m. and then I have to wake up to come do the show. So I'm a big nap person,
Oh.
but my sleep I don't know how much sleep I actually get at night, but I usually am able to squeeze in like a 30, 45-minute nap.
See, and I've always felt personally victimized by that saying, the early bird gets the worm. I think it's horrible because I'm a person who loves sleep. I thrive in sleep. You give me 12 hours, I'm gonna sleep all of it.
Yeah.
And I don't get up in the morning. Getting here every day by 10 is a struggle.
Yeah.
But I still feel like I can be productive and I get a lot of things done. And so hearing this news, it's like, you know what? I'm getting my 8 hours. Getting up at 4 a.m. does not make you any better than me.
But you know
I
what?
go to the gym afterward.
The biggest toll it takes on me is that when I wake up early, I feel good about myself and my life, and there's nothing nothing turns me on more than feeling like focused and sober. I'm so sorry. And and like I just love waking up and knowing I have a day ahead of me and I can do things.
Yeah.
Like that is really energizing to me.
I totally agree.
So yeah, so Monday through Friday, I'm not hungover. I wake up at 7 a.m. to go work out every single day.
Wow, you sound so defensive.
You just accused me of when you said.
I said nothing. Said nothing.
Okay, I drink on the weekends, guys. Sue me.
So do I.
Yeah, no, I think what this article is saying, routine's really important.
Yeah.
You stick to that, and I think ultimately, if you don't work out in the morning, we've had that debate before. That's fine, but
I look great.
You look fantastic, but I have said the difference since coming back to New York, having this job, sleeping more regularly. My last job, I worked 12 hours a day. I only got 6 hours to 5 hours of sleep.
And what was that like for you?
I got sick all the time. I
Yeah.
got sick all the time. I gained weight. I had dark circles all the time, but now I'm sleeping 8
You're
hours.
sick and chubby?
I was sick and chubbier.
Sick
Well,
and chubby.
this article says that if you sleep less than 6 hours, it actually increases your hunger hormone. So you do eat more.
Right.
You gain weight. You're more at risk for heart
That's
disease
horrible.
and diabetes. I'm telling you guys, my lifestyle is where it's at.
That's so funny because I'm always like, I'll sleep when I'm dead. Like, just like I gotta. I'm an Aries. Like I'm a fire.
Oh,
I need
yeah,
to be
that
out there
explains
in the
it.
world. But also, celebrities like
Yeah.
kind of brag about how they don't sleep. Like
They
Kris
do.
Jenner. Apparently, Trump only sleeps like 4
Yeah,
hours.
and look at him.
Let's not even
That's
bring him.
obvious.
Okay, sorry.
I love how the New
I'm
York
new
Times
here.
article said they were like, no, not you. It's just like they were like Kris Jenner, Jennifer Aniston. They were like Trump. Like, who gives a shit about Trump? Like,
Yeah.
who cares?
He's not a real person.
Whatever.
But
Anyways.
yeah, Jack Dorsey, the CEO of Twitter, also again not surprised to see a picture of him, what he looks like. But Jennifer
That's
Aniston,
him.
Yeah.
Jack Dorsey.
He looks
so
like, I mean,
sick.
he's gonna be like, isn't he like moving to live in a hut forever, like in Tibet?
Oh,
I don't-
yeah, something like that.
He's interesting.
It does his ass
Imagine
is
waking
sleeping.
up at 4:30 a.m. to meditate. I've tried to wake up to meditate, and when I wake up to meditate, I fell back asleep.
Yeah.
So I have not hacked that.
Without
yet.
using this article, because they said Michelle Obama wakes up to work out at 5 a.m. They said sometimes if you wake up before 5 a.m., the melatonin is not done being made in your brain or whatever. Sorry, it's not scientific terms, whatever.
Yeah.
So it will cause.
It's like soup.
It's like soup.
What?
It's not being being made. It's not.
Melatonin's
it's
not finished.
It's not finished yet. Come on. And it'll increase your drowsiness throughout the day, which
Yeah.
I also found when I do wake up before 5 a.m. for whatever reason, it's like my body's
To go
not
home on the
to
walk
go
of shame.
home. To go home. 'Cause when I wake
Stride
up.
of pride. Stride of pride.
Yeah, when I wake up at the bar, anyway, yeah.
But
Sleep's
you
great.
can reset your melatonin levels. That takes like 2 weeks. So essentially, if it's hard for you to wake up at 5 a.m. for the first like 3 days, keep that going for 2 weeks, and you can like reset and get into that new space.
But also, don't sacrifice sleep when you're doing that. So you still need to be getting 7 or 8 hours. which means
Brittany,
you need-
shut up. You're just lazy.
No, this is science.
Right.
7 or 8 hours. They said if you get less than 6 hours, like consistently for a week, that's basically like not sleeping for 2 days.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
horrible.
Do you guys
I
take
will
melatonin?
still.
I sometimes do, but melatonin weirdly gives me like a UTI.
Oh.
Haven't had that experience.
That
Haven't had that experience.
the truth is related.
I'm
Are you sure that
It's
that's
not
an
the
experience?
Those might not be related.
That or all the unprotected
Yeah,
sex.
it's not the melatonin.
I think it's the latter.
Melatonin, I do take melatonin, but let me tell you something. Melatonin is a baby food compared to Benadryl and a Xanax.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Xanax
Okay,
is
because I upgraded to some pot, Xanax, and Benadryl, and now melatonin, that is like
Doesn't
baby
work.
shit. I'm like, get this away from me. Give me
Amen.
the hard drugs. I'm just like, go to sleep.
Lucas, how are you not gonna come at her for this?
What?
Because she's always talking about your drinking. She's over here like.
I know, drug to drug addict, but see, I don't do that to my friends. So I support her
My
behavior.
lady in waiting.
I'm lady in
Don't call
waiting.
him my lady in waiting.
No, she's basically like, I don't know.
Let
like,
him, he doesn't have anything to say.
Mariah Carey, Michael Jackson, propofol, like injecting with the sleep medicine.
Propofol.
Yeah, whatever
I
it's called.
love propofol.
Yeah, I take melatonin, but I have the craziest dreams. I took melatonin last night, and I had a dream that I woke up, all my hair was gone.
I had that dream
and I was
about you.
screaming. Oh, God,
Last night.
I'm afraid of going bald. No way, I it.
I had that dream about you too.
Oh
Did you
my
dream about
God,
me?
is it gonna happen? You guys would tell me if it's not losing my hair. I was crying in the mirror and I had to say,
Don't
Lucas,
worry.
you're dreaming, and I woke up.
It's just 'cause you got the haircut.
Look, I got the haircut?
Hey, Lucas, I saw a spot.
Oh my God.
Moving on, now it's time for today's guests. Dawn and Cher are more like twins than mother and daughter. They look, speak, and act alike, and they both married Jewish doctors in their early 20s. Now you can witness their dynamic in TLC's Smothered, which follows 4 outrageous mother-daughter duos who take their bonds to the extreme. Take a look.
Love you so much.
I'll do anything for you. Anything you need.
She's my best friend. You're my best friend.
My mother and I share the same bed. I'm the little spoon and she's the big spoon. We act alike, we dress alike. We're like twins. After this, I'll really look like you.
We party together, club together. I feel like my mom should live her life now like she's in her 20s. Why shouldn't she do that? Okay, 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 okay.
If the water is still hot, we will share the bath water.
If I could find a man version of Angelica, I would marry them in a heartbeat.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
She is the love of my life.
Everyone put your hands together for Dawn and Cher. We are so excited to talk to you guys after watching this trailer. It looks like so much fun. So tell us about the show and how you got involved.
We're super excited about it as well. My mom and I originally saw a casting and we're best friends. We do pretty much everything together and we thought, why not have an experience like this where we get to kind of showcase our friendship and our mother-daughter bond. And so I'm so excited to get to like watch it back and see our whole journey.
Have you guys always been this tight? Because I know like those middle school, teenage years can be tough, or were you guys still besties at that time?
Well, of course, we have our ups and downs. Everybody does. No mother and daughter relationship is perfect, but we make it work, and we're very close throughout.
Yeah. And the trailer looks like it shows a lot of mother and daughter relationships where they're doing things that people don't typically do together.
Yeah.
So what is your dynamic? What is something that you guys do that you think like most mother and daughters don't do?
Well, we actually wrote a book together, so I think that was really fun.
That's really productive.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's called A Bond That Lasts Forever, and it's on pre-sale right now till the 16th of, it'll be out on the 16th of June, so we're super excited about that. But that was really fun because we were able to reminisce on our memories together and be able to talk about things that maybe weren't the best, and then times that were amazing. So that was really cool. Another fun
Do you guys like share clothes?
Yeah,
another
fun
fun
thing I'm imagining right now.
But we have the same taste.
Yeah. It's really fun because, you know, when I go home to Florida to visit her, like, I don't have to pack anything. I can just right in her closet. And not many daughters can do that with their moms, so I feel super lucky.
Not right now, though.
Yeah. Not right now because I'm pregnant.
Do you know
so
if you're
it's
having
harder.
a girl or boy?
I do, but it's a secret, so we're gonna have to wait to find
Just
out.
saying that might be your new best
Girl,
friend.
yeah, it's gonna be 1, 2,
Are you gonna
3.
get jealous?
Oh my God, are you
Or
gonna
the-
compete with the baby?
I don't know where I'll fit in then.
Three-way best friends, right?
Yeah.
Totally.
Hope
So,
totally.
how did TLC discover you guys, and what was that process like?
So yeah, we had originally saw a casting. I think a lot of people knew me originally from Sweet 16 and just, you know, my mom and I have always had a close bond, like I said, and people still remember us to this day, 12 years later from that show, just us together. And so yeah, when we applied for the show, I think they were just like, wow, you guys look so much alike. You act alike, you talk alike. Perfect for the show.
Yeah. So does that closeness, does that ever become like, what is too much for you guys? And you said you visit her in Florida, so you guys don't live in the same place.
Correct. So that makes it a little easier because she's in Florida and I'm in New York, so we don't see each other all the time.
But with modern technology, we talk on the phone all the time, or we text, or we FaceTime.
Are you ever like, I need a break? You're my mom, you're my coworker, you're my boss, you're my best friend. I'm just gonna need a minute here.
I think it's like any friendship. Like I'm sure, you know, you have a best friend that, you know, you love, and there's times where you're like, okay, I need a little space, but you know, you're my best friend.
They're working through some stuff today.
I talk on the phone with my
might not talk for hours at a time. We could talk for 5 minutes and then hang up. It's not like hours at a time.
Yeah, but it's nice because it's the person who really gets you and who knows you most. So she's seen me at my worst and she's seen me at my best, and she's supported me throughout. So having, you know, your mom as your best friend can be such an amazing thing.
Are you ever like, I brought you into this world and I can take you out?
I've said that. I have said
That is my mom's favorite saying. Oh my God. And there was
and you only have one mom.
Only have one mom. No, the bond between a mother and child is so special. And I remember there was a summer when I was my mom's best friend, and it was very fun, guys. We did a lot together.
Aww.
But are there any? Yeah, it was a sad summer. Are there any boundaries? We just talk about that, like things like you just won't talk about with each other, or?
No, which is kind of funny.
We're very open with each other.
Yeah, it's interesting because I feel like she doesn't judge me for anything I do, which is really nice. I mean, of course, when I was younger, like, yeah, I did not tell my mom about a lot of things, but now that I'm an adult, I feel like I can talk to her about anything, and she gets it. Like, she's been through it, most likely, or she understands, and so it's a great feeling.
And what's so great about this, I think there's often a stereotype that mother-daughters don't get along. Like, you know, it's the thing, sons love their mothers, mother and daughters will hate each other when they grow up. But what I love about this, clearly you're proving the opposite of that. What do you hope viewers take away from your experience and the show?
Well, I hope that they see that you could have a great relationship, and if you don't have a great relationship, you can make the relationship and grow the relationship. And there's nothing more special and more rewarding to have your daughter, your best friend, and someone that has your back with that unconditional love.
And also that, like, you know, moms, yeah, they can be your mom, but they can also be your best friend or a friend to you as well. They don't have to always just, you know, be that mother. And like for daughters, it doesn't have to be a weird thing to be close with your mom. Like it can be such an amazing experience.
But on this season, Dawn, you find out that Cher's keeping a secret, right? So how does that?
She hates secrets too.
There's nothing worse
like,
than a
that's
secret.
why it was such a big deal, and you'll see it, but she hates secrets.
I hate secrets. Yeah, I'm excited to see what secret. Is that the secret?
How I tell her,
Oh, that's sweet.
So we'll see,
So the show shows the good, the bad, the dysfunctional. What is something dysfunctional between you two in your relationship? Is there anything? I feel like you guys function pretty well together.
You know, I feel like
spill the tea. Like we're
so
here.
funny. It's hard to see it on ourselves.
Right.
You know, I'm
Right.
sure other people are going to be like, "You guys are like."
Well, you're not
like,
sharing
whatever.
bathtub water.
Yeah,
so,
to us, that's not. You know, I don't know. I think it's going to be so interesting to get to watch this back and see like how we actually feel after seeing ourselves on camera.
And you've obviously already seen yourself on camera. You're on My Super Sweet 16, which my mom actually created. So it's crazy that I'm meeting you.
So crazy.
That's like best of both worlds right here. So what was your experience like being on the show?
That's amazing.
I have to watch it back.
Yeah, it was so much fun. It was the best experience. Like I was already having a Sweet 16. I figured, you know, why not get to showcase it? And it gave me a taste to this whole world. And I loved it. I had the best
What was your
time.
theme?
It was a Mardi Gras theme.
That's epic.
Yeah. It
Oh,
was so
there it is.
good.
There she is.
Yeah.
So cute.
And you still have those memories to this day. And life's all about memories and experiences. And I feel like I had so many
I
amazing
know. I was
ones
pissed
thanks
that my
to it.
mom didn't let me on the show.
Why would you?
She just
You would've
literally
had
was
a
like,
perfect
absolutely not.
spot.
I'm so upset.
You would have had like the best ticket in
I
ever.
know.
You wouldn't
Maybe
have
I'll
to
throw
do the
one
whole-
now. Let's just
It's
have
never
it
too late.
Yeah, there
I'm
you
down.
Super Sweet 16.
It's never too late.
26.
Well, obviously we know you guys are besties, but we wanted to test to see how well you really know each other. So we wanted to play the newlywed game with you two. You down?
All right.
All right.
Okay.
So you each are gonna take a board.
Perfect.
And here's your eraser as well.
Thank you.
And we're gonna ask you a question and you just have to give the answer and don't peek.
Don't peek at each other's answers,
Well, we have
even
to
though
say
you're sitting
who's
next to each
they're
other.
gonna answer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I'll say the first one is gonna be favorite food. So what is Cher's favorite food?
And I should write it down too.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, flip it around.
All right.
One or two.
All right, let's see.
Let's see.
Let's see.
Oh, I said cookie.
I was just writing
Both are really good.
That was good.
I like
I like
both
both.
Delicious though.
I literally was writing another one. Like, she likes
Do you have any pregnancy cravings?
It's so funny. Since being pregnant, I've actually been craving like apples, which is
Oh.
so weird. I used to
That's
hate
healthy.
apples. So I know, at least
Unexpected.
I'm healthy.
Okay, next one. What is Dawn's biggest fear?
Oh, well,
I could probably go.
Me too. Dun,
She's
dun,
writing,
I knew it.
writing a lot over there.
Okay.
All right, what do we got?
This is really cute.
I think me and my mom would fail this game. Also. You writing a novel over there? Okay. Okay, let's see.
1, 2, 3. Something.
Something bad will happen to me. Something bad will happen.
I guess, yeah.
Good. And we're like clapping for that one.
It's a mother thing.
Okay, we're gonna do dream vacation spot for Cher.
Dream vacation spot. I don't even know that answer.
Oh.
Can we have another one?
Yeah.
All right, I'll give you another one. Cher's pet peeve.
Oh, okay. Your pet peeve?
Okay, you guys don't know each other at all.
Oh, wait.
Are you guys related?
Okay.
All right.
I have the worst.
All right, let's see.
1, 2, 3.
It's really sweet.
People who hurt animals.
People
eating
eating
meat.
Oh,
That was well done.
PETA would approve both
Wow,
of those answers.
good job,
She's a
guys.
vegan, I'm a vegetarian.
Aw.
Yeah.
Okay, last one.
All right.
Favorite person in the world.
Do they even have to
Who's
write
Cher's
it?
favorite person in the world?
I mean, who had it last?
For Dawn.
For Dawn. Favorite person in the world.
Well, family.
Okay, good. That's the way to end it.
Well done.
Gonna write that.
We knew it.
Who is the non-family answer?
Non-family?
No, because you said you were gonna write.
Family.
Oh, good.
All-encompassing.
All
Good
encompassing.
Not my
answer.
son and my husband.
Well, Sharon, Dawn, thank you so much for joining us today. TLC Smothered premieres this Sunday, June 9th at 10 p.m. Eastern. That's all from us. We'll see you guys on Monday, same time, same table.
Bye.